Hi Pisces, this is your reading for the week. This is if you have Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and sometimes Pisces North Node. North nodes are coming up lately, but I mean, only if it feels right. And also, if you have any 12th house stelliums or sun or moon in the 12th house, strongly aspected, you could have a lot of Piscean energy. Today we're looking at, and every week we're looking at the energy that is distracted by something coming in for your reading. We're looking at the energy that's surrounding you, whether you're aware or not, and the energy of the persons or a situation around you, and the alchemy and energy that those two create. Then we're looking at, in an exchange, what energies are you both bringing? New cards, and they are not shuffling like butter. And what energies you're both bringing to the table in an exchange, either energies that you're determined not to bring or determined to bring, and sometimes what you're not aware you're bringing, or kind of aware and trying not to pay attention to. Pisces has been going through it. Pisces, you probably feel like, I'm always going through it. What's she talking about, crazy lady? The last line is my favorite, which is the gifts that the exchange brings between you and this other person. Right, you want the next thing to work. That's what I can tell you. I think Pisces, you've gone through a big growth period and you were aware. You're aware of some of the things that you were doing that were maybe not attracting in the healthiest things for you. And one of those is maybe not being completely honest or bailing before somebody could hurt you. And not honesty as in, I'm alive because I don't care about that person's feelings. Lack of honesty with vulnerability has been just the theme of the week. It's in self-protection. Okay, so this sometimes this can be the not on the up and up with people, cheating, shady business, sneaky sneak, right? It's in reverse. I don't think you're being shady with people because Pisces really cares about everything because they understand the weight of it all. They understand that they are tiny little part of a huge cosmos. Most Pisces are like some of the best people to have conversations about like quantum physics with because they totally get it, right? This is about you not taking what you can and leaving the relationship before it can hurt you. And this is about you not being completely honest with them because you feel like if you are completely honest and show all of you, they'll go running anyway. That creates self-torture and anxiety, and whoever this is, they have interest in you, but they don't have interest in that energy. And I think that you know, and you're trying to change it. And it's causing you both like, what do I do here energy? And also, should I not? You really, really want this to work. Here's the problem. You want it to work, And somehow you think studying that other person so that you make sure you don't do the wrong thing. You're really going out of your way actually not to bring any kind of like fake energy, not to bring any like insincerity. Like you want to come in and just be authentic and be like, my authenticity has to be lovable. And I freaking love that for you. You also feel like once they get to know you, they will really love you. But you want to like go in slow with what you feel that you don't like to show other people, because you feel like they're unforgivable flaws, like, you know, the unforgivable spells in Harry Potter. You feel like there are some things that are just unforgivable, like no one should find them attractive. Like there's something wrong with you if you do find that attractive, so I don't want you. Listen, I'm just the conduit. Careful of going on the internet to glean information, to just make sure. I don't think that you're doing it to be like, I don't think this is like they posted a picture of their dog that died, whose name was Scrappy, and then to start conversation or to like artificially bond. You're like, oh, I had a dog, his name was Scrappy, and they're going, oh my God, I had a dog, name was Scrappy. Like, I don't think you're doing that kind of thing to get the right information. I think it's more important to be like, I don't want to come at them saying something that I know is going to just make them go block. So you're watching on the internet. You're also watching to see who else is around, because you don't feel like competing with other people, because you feel like your flaws are enough competition for your good stuff. So you don't want to compete with anyone else. So you're like almost overwatching to see how they interact with other people who would be partner potential. And what I mean by that is like you're looking to see how they react with other people they would be attracted to. So it's gender fluid. I don't want to say the opposite sex, because that's just not that's, you know, so 1970s. It's whoever. And Pisceans actually do really well at like the whole pan and understanding that you are in love with the soul, and the package the soul comes in just doesn't matter as much. That's pertinent for some of you. They're coming in feeling like, let's just see how this goes. They like you. They're not moving. They're a little worried about what they're taking on, but they like you. So they want to come in, but they don't want to promise you the world, because they're afraid if they promised you the world and they're the reason for your next crash, they won't be able to forgive themselves. So rather than put themselves in that position, they're just not going to offer stability. They're only going to offer like, let's just see how this goes. That was clear as day. You know, Pisces are ruled by Jupiter in part, and Neptune. So they're like big, funny, ethereal, especially funny because like comedy is an escape from everything else. Neptune is about escape. It's also about connection and dreams, but like Neptune is escape energy. Like, let's escape this. Let's forget our problems for a while. Careful that while isn't, let's just pretend problems don't exist. You're more attractive than just your good time, your good time personality. And the lesson, the gift that you're supposed to get out of this exchange is that they're not worried about you being a hot mess. As much as they're worried, like they would say yes to the mess if they knew what the mess was. you could be dealing with a Cancer. Cancer and Pisces get together quite often. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, which would be a really odd combination, but depending on the placements, that Capricorn energy could be like hella grounding for you. But they're not coming in saying like, I'm offering you all the Capricorn stability right now. They're in a wait and see. They're at try on. They're less concerned that they're saying yes to the mess over what the mess is, that they are going to find out, that you're going to show them that they're signing up for a mess they didn't know existed until they get in. You learn from this exchange that more introspective, like you're not on stage all the time. Like it's okay not to be on stage all the time. It's okay not to be in performance mode for, let me show you everything that there is to love about me. Let me show you how I can be oxygen for you. Because shit, when my dark hits, you're going to want to run. So let me remind you every possible minute. You learn that it's okay to be introspective, and it's okay not to be doing the most all the time, because then the swing from one extreme to the other will be less severe. It won't be as shocking to them, and it won't feel like, this is for somebody who feels almost shame in what the other side of that pendulum looks like, you know, like, yeah, which is why you hide it, which is why you sometimes have that sneaky energy. You're just trying to hide what you feel shameful about. For some of you, this is like, oi, why do I get these? Universe is like, tell Susie, she'll say it. For a few of you, this is self-harm. Whether that's like picking at yourself, they just showed me that. I hope it's not for anybody that's like self-harming. If you are, there are communities of support for that. Please plug in. Like that's one of the good things that, like, TikTok does, is like there's all kinds of communities. Just make sure you find one that's like supportive and doesn't make you feel shame for it, but also trying to get you to a place to discover why and help you, or give you like redirects for it. The readings today. That battered, bruised part of you isn't, yeah, it's not always attractive. I'm not going to sit here and be like, that's just as beautiful. It doesn't, like, nothing that feels like we struggle with it and it is the bane of our own existence is ever going to feel beautiful to us. And having somebody try to blow smoke and say, be like, that's just as, no, but it's a part of you. It doesn't make you completely unlovable. It just doesn't. It's not fun. It's not fun for you more than it's not fun for anyone else. And whoever this is will get that. They just want you to be real with them. They don't want you to hide anything. They don't want to try you. They don't want you to repackage something, because, and I just went over something with Cancer where like that only creates a harder crash. The dam will break. It doesn't always have to look like marriage. And I know that I just heard a bunch of Pisces going like, I'm never getting married again. Like, clearly this reading is not for me. It doesn't always have to look like the happy ending. Part of the lesson that comes with this person is that you won't have to, it's not even about what you want. It's about what you feel like you can give. You don't have to Okay, that just came in clear. You don't have to run away or hide this like darker, more introspective loner part, because Pisces can chill. Pisces likes to share with another person, but woof, when Pisces goes in, they go in. I know this is a Virgo card, but if you know a Pisces, if you've loved a Pisces, you are a Pisces, Pisces goes into that hermit mode. Because their hermit mode for sure comes with this. And your person is also does that a little bit. You're both looking at each other on the internet. They're trying to assess whether they want to, like, you know, say yes to the mess. And you're trying to assess what you can avoid saying so that they do say yes to the mess, even though you plan on hiding all of the mess. Or you plan on like fixing it before they can see it, which that's unrealistic. Don't do that to yourself. You know, Pisces is very aware. They're very aware that they're one human out of 7 billion on a planet that's a bunch of planets in a universe that's multi-universal. They're not just thinking about like, I'm the biggest deal at work. They're thinking like, there's so much more out there. And because they are so highly aware, because they're so connected to the ethers and Neptune and everything, and you know, they have gifts. Pisces has intuition. But this person is also has their bit of struggles, and being aware is wonderful. Having so much hyper awareness to anything you think is wrong, I think that you have to also take into consideration that, you know, what this other person's non-negotiables may have nothing to do with what you feel your non-negotiables should be. You know, for whatever this person just doesn't want, you're not going to find that out on the internet. You're not going to find it out on the internet. You won't. Don't worry about whether you're marriage material for somebody else. Don't worry if you are thinking that like, well, they won't want me because that person's, I'm looking at their internet and they're like, here's my mom and dad married for 45 years. But you don't know that that's what they want. And like, it's up to them to decide what they want and they don't want. Don't make that decision for them. The energy that you both, that the gifts that come out, like the thing that universe wanted you to discover about how you exchange, is that like water signs are very good at passion, right? And so like that passion that you rush in with, and this person, I don't know why I keep getting Capricorn energies. So it could be somebody with like Capricorn sun, but then maybe they have like a water moon or something. I don't know, but I keep getting Capricorn energies for you. They could just have like some Saturn energy and you probably really feel good to them. Somebody who's in Saturn energy all the time, Pisces feels like cotton candy at the carnival after you just worked like a 70-hour week. It's that opposites attract kind of thing. They feel like they have to over make up by rushing in with passion. You feel like you have to like sell yourself, rushing in with passion, and nobody has to do that. Nobody has to do that. Let's take a card from universe for advice. This was very clear reading. This was a very clear reading. And it's really beautiful that like no one's sitting there saying that you have to love that part of yourself that you hate. You don't, but you have to like not pretend that it doesn't exist. And it doesn't negate all the other good stuff. Sensitivity, awareness of nature, integrated whole, and strength. What did I just say? Integrated, like the whole of you. Don't hide the whole of you because you think some parts aren't palatable, or you think anything that's unpalatable shouldn't be unpalatable. You're Pisces. Everything is beauty, and your poetry, right? Poetry isn't like F you and your mom. Poetry is not, so the part of you that feels like it's like F you and your mom wants to hide away and pretend it doesn't exist. Integrate the whole of you. That's where the strength is. Strength is in the vulnerability. That is the theme for this week. Look at the beautiful woman who transformed herself into a flower. She holds a red blooming rose to the place where her heart belongs. That's a whole other session. That's masking. Don't be like, look at all you get. It's this beautiful, perfect rose, because I don't want you to see what's behind. That mindset is going to attract people who are disappointed when they see what's behind. And eventually people have to see what's behind. The ones you let in do. Pisces, I love you. Now you love you. I will see you next week, and I'll see you Friday night on Soul Navigation. Pisces readings have been crazy. It's live. I will be interacting, and I'll see you next week. Bye.